Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 16th of November 2020. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Tarot Grand Lux for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Monday and what the day is going to be like. So let me shuffle the cards a few times and then I'm going to choose 3 cards to see what the tarot wants to say about Monday. So let's have a look. First card. We've got the High Priestess, okay. The Page of Swords. And the Three of Cups. Okay. Right, so the High Priestess is the second card of the Major Arcana. She's a woman who sits between these 2 pillars, and there it opens a doorway. We've got the moon in its different phases here, and she has access to all phases of the moon, which means that she knows everything, whether the moon is gone and whether things are about starting afresh, or whether someone has come to a completion point in their life and they need to reap the rewards of all their hard work, or whether someone needs to overcome fear. The High Priestess is like an oracle. She knows everything. And she sits there, she's got the scroll on her lap. So she gets information from all sources. And she's able to really support and share information that helps other people. She doesn't use it for herself. She's someone who doesn't use knowledge to gain power. She's just an intermediary between that world and this world. So she's the source of all knowledge. And she's right here in this reading. So you've got all the answers that you will ever want or need right where they can actually help you and make a difference. So the moon kind of represents that she's aware of all the cycles of nature and life, and the experience really allows her to share loads of useful info. This scroll is the hidden mysteries, so she knows about the occult and the metaphysical laws of the universe, the secret. Then she's got this light here at the where her belly button is, kind of solar plexus. And she is aware that she's a spiritual being and that she is tapping into all this knowledge, but that it's not something that makes her special. It's something anyone can do, and it's the source of her power. So she's relying on that pure divine part of herself. Got this owl, symbol of wisdom, and also being able to take care of yourself, being super competent, and using information to go places. So the High Priestess really answers a lot of the questions you may have about your life in a really intuitive, organic way, and you just feel that something is right. It's going to be a little bit strange because the Page of Swords is a court card, and he is the most inexperienced when it comes to making decisions. So swords, got this sword here, it's a weapon that cuts, and it's important to make decisions if you want to let go of certain things, if you want to attain freedom, if you want to make space in your life so that you can pursue things that you want, so that you can grow up and you can learn from your mistakes even. So the page is the least experienced when it comes to expressing himself, making decisions, thinking clearly and thinking critically. The knight is next up, and then it's the king and queen. The knight still struggles. He can be rash, and he can be excessive, and he can do things without thinking them through. The king knows everything. The king does his research, and he is very clear and controlled and educated and experienced. And the page is none of those things. He is just barely educated. He's got dreams that are completely impractical. And he is going to make decisions in his life that aren't going to work for him. And he learns from those. And then he is going to make certain decisions which do work for him. And he'll learn from those as well. So the Page of Swords is a symbol that you don't have all the answers yet. That all the answers for your life and for your future aren't going to stem from your ability to think critically, to analyze your experiences, and to make sense of your life. Because even if you have total clarity and perfection of, or you feel like you have a perfect perception of what your life is and has been, doesn't mean that you're going to be given the book for what the next 30 years are going to be like. And the cards are saying you can't figure that out by yourself. You have to appeal to your higher nature to understand what the future is about. And it's not going to give you a sheet saying 2021 yacht, 2022 building in Manchester, 2023 love. It's not going to do that. It's going to give you a feeling that today it might be nice to free yourself from a certain situation or to make a decision that adds more freedom. We've got all these birds. So the birds are free. They're part of a group. They have autonomy in their lives. They are social creatures, so they can connect with others, but they can make decisions for themselves. They can feed themselves. They can parent. They can take care of their young. They can make friends they like. They can be entertaining. They can disappear when they want. They have total freedom. And the page thinks that if he learns enough, if he educates himself enough, then he's going to understand life. But we all know that is a bit of a fallacy, because you can't study everything about this world and about life because we don't get it all yet. So if you want to study, don't go to your own experiences and what you think is right or what you think ought to be. Instead, go to your feelings today. They're going to educate you and they're going to show you how to move forward. So the Page of Swords has to learn, like for instance, his clothing. I know this deck is very dramatic and over the top, but this kid dressed to the nines with his little sword, if he went into any kind of real setting, people would mock him for the way he looks. It's like, okay, hello, little prince. You short on cash, are you? You look like you're in terrible need. So he would learn from that experience that the way he presents himself is going to have an effect on other people. He can then make a decision and he can say, actually, I don't care if other people laugh at me. This is my outfit and I'm going to rock it. Or you can say, I may want to tone it down a bit if I want the people that I'm dealing with in this situation to listen to me and to see me for who I am, rather than to get hung up on my clothes and the amount of money I have and whatever. Ultimately, it's what leads to freedom. And rather than figuring things out, like even with that example, you can't read other people's minds, so you don't know, he doesn't know that if he dresses in a suit that he's going to get more respect or less. So all he can go with is his feeling. So it's interesting that that example came up, because it's kind of leaning towards you doing you rather than doing what other people expect. Finally, the Three of Cups. Three women celebrating, cheersing the cups and celebrating. It's a party. Three is a new beginning. It's communication. So communicate with your feelings, with your higher self, to start something new, to allow you to make decisions which are going to free you in life and which are going to help you learn and progress in the way you think. And I keep getting thinking critically. So if you're thinking critically, then it means that the value is your ability to think and to make sense of things. So things that have eluded you in the past, you will learn about them and experience them today, and you'll be able to get meaning from those things and file them away in your experience folder, where you can draw on these experiences in the future, and they will show you how to deal with certain things. You learn that today. Being teachable and being in that position of, I don't know it all. I want to be authentic to myself. I want to have a life that is free and fun and has loads of options. That is the right frame of mind for you to connect with other people and even to share your ideas and feelings, because that can start a new conversation, new insights, new answers that you may have not figured out for yourself. And that is another way of learning and being taught. So the main thing is that you really make a lot of progress, and the sources of that progress are water. I mean, the High Priestess is a major arcana card, but she's covered in blue. We've got the moon there. We've got all this watery energy, as far as I feel it. And the answers come from your higher self, from spirituality, from love, from other people, from things that people say to you, and also the way other people make you feel. So if he goes into that shop dressed like this, even if other people don't laugh at him and say, hey, what are you wearing? If they all kind of look at him shocked and avert their eyes because they just can't deal with all this wealth and what they perceive to be, you know, garish materialism, then he doesn't need to be some sort of rocket scientist to figure out that the people in the shop don't particularly like the way he's dressed. And he doesn't need to have a big conversation to understand that if he changes the way he presents himself, people will react differently. So it's all very kind of undercover, and the insights and the lessons you learn are things that happen for you internally. So a lot of the work is done in your heart, in your mind, figuring things out and moving on in the world and making your connection with other people easier and your ability to run your own life easier, because you get new information, you have new experiences which help you make better decisions in future. And that will set you free. Freedom is attainable today. Amazing. Number-wise, we've got a court card, which is 1, and 2 is 3. 3 and 3 is 6, and 6 is a temporary opportunity. So use this opportunity to learn, let your own higher self guide you, let the people in your life who love you, let new people in your life hold up a mirror to who you are, and be willing to learn from that and really move on and grow and progress. Wow, amazing. What a fabulous start to a new week. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just click on the button to order your reading with me. If you like this video, please hit the like button, click subscribe to be part of this channel, and share the video online on your social media like Facebook or Twitter, Instagram even. That would be awesome. If you could do that, I'd be ever so grateful. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.